Okay, welcome back to the second part of this tutorial. As you can see, there's a lot of error there, but that's no problem. Let's find a way around those errors. The first thing I'd like to do now is, you see this very one, we need to repeat exactly the same thing. So let's copy that name, that is CMB mileage. Double click on that, and we're going to use if statement just like we did here. Okay, so let's get back in there. Double click if that dot text equals, and I have to be able to get it right, equals what? Let me cover it first. Equals this. That's alright, and just copy this. Equals that. Yeah. Then we need the name of this. Okay, LBL mileage. Paste that there. Dot text. No, dot caption. I'm actually working with be sure I'm working with Excel, so that should be dot caption equals. So let's give it some price. Yeah, that's the discount you will get. Okay, and we have an end if there. Okay, and the next one, maybe just copy this and let's go for else if, and let's see, that is it, 5001, and that will give us, maybe we can make that about, let's change it to about 10,000 plus. Okay, now, and finally, there's another condition there, that would be 20,000 plus 10,000 to 20,000, I mean. Alright, okay, and let's reduce this to about maybe 7,000 there. So let's run it and see what's going to happen. So if I select this, that's what I get, and that's what I get. The whole idea is to subtract this from this. Okay, so what I will do now is, let's look at the array for this and the array for that, and we subtract it from there. And yeah, okay, let's come in here, double click on total. Yeah, the first one for the car is array 0 and array 1 for the mileage. So I'm going to enter bracket in there and subtract whatever we have inside this array from this, then add it all up. Yeah, so if we come in here now, say we select that and select this. So if we click on this, the whole idea is to subtract this from whatever value we have. Okay, so I think it's about right. Alright, but I don't seem to like this. So what I would do is, let's declare an option explicit right there, and right underneath there I'm going to create a public function. I'm going to call it itax, and let's give it a name. Let's call it high tax by value as amount as double. Yeah, as double. Okay, now I'm going to copy this right there and enter equals there. So let's copy the tax rate itself. Tax rate, paste that there. Let me give the tax rate a value equals 0.05, and I will then multiply the tax rate by amount there. So this function will work out my tax rate. So let's copy this and use that to work out the tax that we'll be paying. So this is the tax right here. So instead of using this, I'm going to get rid of that. Yeah, paste this here, enter a bracket, and there. So that should work out my tax rate. So if I come in here now, let's run it and select that and maybe that, and let's check that out. So the tax we're paying on the car we're buying is 4,000 plus. So if you add this to this, that gives you that. All right, so that's good. So what we want to do now is I want to be able to add all of these. So if I click on this, let's say the customer want any of those accessory. If you select it, it should give you something. Okay, let's come in here, double click on this, and what's the name of this? Okay, copy that, double click on this, and right in here let's use an if statement. If chk modify dot, is it dot selected, or in Excel I think is selected, I can't remember. Let's try that again. Let's enter the correct name in the first place. Dot, is it checked? There is no checked. The enabled, something like that. Enable equals true. Then let's close this. Okay, let's enter that in there. Dot enable equals true, and LBL dot set focus. Right, then we also need to change whatever amount we have in there. The text, no, the caption dot caption equals, let's go for about 3,000 plus. Else we'll get all of this, paste it underneath there, and this one becomes false. Why this becomes 0? Get rid of the focus. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna try this out and see if it's gonna work. If it works, there. It doesn't. Let's see. I think it's this. Alright. Okay, let's comment out the focus first. We'll come back to that later on. Back in there. Where is it? Yeah. Run it again. Okay, uncheck. When I uncheck, I expect that to be 0. Okay, when I uncheck, this should return back to 0, but it's not doing that. So let's come back in here. In the first place, we don't need this really. Let's get rid of it and let's change this to value. Alright. Okay, let's try that out again. Check, uncheck, that is fine, much better. Okay, the one other thing, I need to disable all of these. And the form itself, form initialize. So where is my clear? Let's take it from the clear first. Okay, somewhere here. Copy it all here. Yeah. And go into form initialize here. Just like you say form load. Dot enable. Dot enable equals false. Right. So when the system starts, that becomes false. Okay, the same thing for the others. Okay, now let's run it and see. You see, it's all false. Enable, false. Enable, false. That's good. So double click on this. I'm gonna copy. I really don't need that, but let's copy it. Okay, now come back in here and we just double click on this one. That is for the system. In the case of system, oh, that's stereo really, not system. Just paste that in there. That becomes stereo, stereo, and stereo. And there. If we run that, the same thing. No, that's a mistake there. That should have been stereo. Okay, that's fine now. So try it again. Alright. But we need to change the price of the stereo though. Come back in here. Stereo does it. Let's take off the 3. Yeah. Okay. Now we need to take care of the other 3. There's 3 more to go. Double click on this, paste, and that is supposed to be leather upholstery. Let's say about 6,000 plus for that, and just change it around. Undo that. What happened there? Let's copy that and come in here, paste. Okay, let's check out the next one. Let's customize. Paste that in there and just copy, customize, and repeat exactly the same thing for these ones. Yeah. Customize taken care of. So we can now run it and see. 1, 2, and 3. Customize. We need to change the price though. And finally the GPS. Let's exit and take care of the GPS. Double click on that. Let's copy all of those. Paste. This is global. And this, I think this is GPS. Yeah, I think so. GPS here. Right, let's change the price of the GPS. That seems to be too expensive. Maybe, I think it's about 160 something. Yeah, I should do. And the customize, let's change that. Customize, if you want to customize it for real. If you want to customize it, let's just go for, yeah, pay some money. Right. Okay, when you run the program, this is what you get. Supposing you intend to, you need all of these accessories for your car, and there's a car you want, then you've done about between 10,000 20,000. That's the deduction you get if you click on total right there. So that's what you'll be paying for your new car. Okay, that's fine. Now what about the reset? Let's see if it works for all. Good, the reset is working the way we want. And you can, as you can notice, this one is disabled. Okay, we don't have to, it doesn't have to be disabled though. Let's come to the form load. I think it's called mileage or so. Yeah, it doesn't have to be disabled. Get rid of that, run it again. Okay, that's fine. Alright, there. Okay, the next thing we want to do now is I want to be able to populate my receipts. 1, 2. I want to be able to populate my spreadsheet itself. Okay, and clear this. So what is the name of this? And let's clear that as well. Reset. Dots clear. Yeah. Is that clear? Oh, something like that. Let's see. Reset. Clear. That's good. Now, okay, for this open, to open up the spreadsheet, double click on that and we declare the following variables. Okay, and enter the data for all of the data, everything we have in here. There they are. Add them onto the spreadsheet. Okay, you can see 0 offset 0, 0 dot value equals name, surname, address, and so on. Okay, so we're gonna have to try it out and see if it works. Okay, the other thing is these are the lines of code that we add all the data onto the spreadsheet itself. So have a good look at it, the variable declared and the lines of codes. Right. Okay, now let's take care of this receipt. This is a list box. I don't know. Okay, maybe we'll go in here and we can just add a couple of information there. We have first name, surname, and this one we change this to address, and this become LBL address. And the next thing is postcode, this is postcode, something like that. Okay, what else do we need? We're gonna need more. We need more. Let's see, what else do we have in the system? We have the postcode, so yeah, telephone and email. And have customer email there and address 14 Hillside Road. And my postcode is telephone number and email. Right. Select the car, select and select whatever you want here. Click on total receipt, open, and if we come in here, and right there guys, those are the data that I entered earlier. There they are. Okay, so that's working fine. Alright, maybe we should add another line of code to bring this forward. Let's go back into the program itself. Okay, to open the spreadsheet, maybe I think we should, let's add a model there, and in here let's call it sub and sub. So in there, let's say application dot visible equals false. Right, then we call the program itself, which is user form 1 dot show. There, that is the user form 1 that I'm calling. So let's copy this, and I will now come into my open there, paste that right underneath there, and just change it around here. Application dot show equals true, and true, and application dot show equals false. No, that one should be me dot hide here. That's it. Okay, let's see. Okay, we'll run our program, and there, first thing, let's minimize this or close this. Okay, if we click on that, yeah, there we go. See, it opens the spreadsheet. Okay, now let's get rid of everything we have in here. I'm back in here. Okay, let's run it again. Run our program and change this. Let's change the information we have in there. And address. Postcode, telephone number, email, alright, let's change this around. Get rid of 1 or 2, price, receipt, open. Okay, let's minimize, and that's it. Alright, so if I open, even before I open, I can always, let's say this is there, and that means this has to go. let's say we minimize that and click. There we go. You see, it works as we want. And supposing we add a button here to return back. Let's come in here and stop the application, stop it, and go right in the spreadsheet here. Let's add a button. Let's see if we can add a button. Yeah, that's a button. Yeah, just add maybe one here and go to hide, click on OK. Let's just call it back to the form. Right, that is it with the macro. If you click on that, it takes you back straight to the form, and you can add all your information that you want. Let's call that maybe something like that. Yeah, stands for Jesus, isn't it? Or for God, something like that. Okay, now here we can just enter Joseph. As the name of the street. Postcode, telephone number, email address, and select a car. Select another one here. Yes. Okay, total and receipts. I've not completed the receipt. You guys can complete that if you want. Alright, let's click on open. There we go. I'm back. Open and back. Okay guys, what I would like to do now is to add the pound sign and maybe adjust it to the right or to the left. Okay, let's exit that and come right down here, select all of these and align. Let's look for alignment right there. Let's take it to the left. Yeah, okay. Now come inside the total and right here format all of this there, and let's run it and see. Just have a look at the codes again. Take it down. You guys can always complete this receipt. It's no big deal. Yeah. Okay, there's something missing here. Yeah, okay. All is there. Alright. Okay, let's run it down and see. We'll select whatever we want to select there. Select our account, mileage, enter name there. Let me go for name. Then JJ Johnny. Address Kings County. Email gmail.com. Alright, so all we need to do now is click on total. That's fine. Print out our receipt. That's the receipt there. You guys can add all of the information for the receipt, and let's see now. So click on open. There we go. Alright, and that's Dean's information there. Back, open, and back. Okay, and with that, guys, I'm gonna call it the end of this tutorial. I suppose you guys enjoy it. Bye for now.